With so many of us sharing our personal data on the information superhighway of the internet, how do we know who's getting the information? Consumer attorney Laura Cotter is here to break down a new California law called the Right to Know Act. Welcome back to Primetime. I love having you on this side.
Thank you.
You're so smart and you're in the know. And is this a good thing for us or is it a bad thing?
It's a very good thing. Initially, it's just a proposal at this point, AB 1291. It's been proposed, called the Right to Know Act, and it's up for debate. Hopefully the legislators are going to pass it because it's extremely important. California's usually been ahead of their times in terms of privacy rights, data protection, that kind of thing, and we did pass a landmark law in 2003, but that was 10 years ago. If you think about it, in the last 10 years, what has happened in the technology world, and it has changed everything, and it has caused chaos. Basically, it's absolutely caused chaos. And so the old definitions within the old law don't include proper definitions like location. Now we know when we open our Facebook app or different apps on our iPhone or our iPad, if we let them, they will track our location. And that information is being sold to third parties without our consent, and we don't know it.
Is that why they're asking?
It's causing dangerous situations, it's causing sensitive situations, and it's causing financial problems with identity theft and problems because the third parties will get the information wrong, and then all of a sudden your mortgage application has been denied because the credit score information has been wrong. I mean, it absolutely causes such chaos to all of our lives that we need to be aware. And so the first thing here, I really want everyone to know, is knowledge is power here, because we're not currently protected by the law. So you need to, number one, make sure when you're online, keep all of this information in your head. What are they doing? What kind of information am I putting online? And I mean things like buying something online, just purchasing something online. A teenage girl purchased a pregnancy test, controversial, sensitive issue, and the company Target ended up sending
Target,
the big superstore, last year sent her, but obviously her dad intercepted it, coupons for cribs and diapers and things like that, and she and her family didn't know she was pregnant.
That
so
is
these
insane.
are the things. Yeah, these are the things that can happen.
Unbelievable.
I know.
How old was she?
I think she was 17 years old. I'm not sure, but I know she was a teenager.
Did they sue Target?
No, they didn't sue. What happened was, this is actually kind of funny, because the dad went into Target with the flyer saying, "Are you trying to encourage my kid to get pregnant? What the hell do you think you're doing?" And the manager called the dad back a few days later to apologize, and the dad said, "Well, there's been some activities in my house that I haven't known about, and actually I owe you an apology because my daughter's pregnant, but thanks to Target, now I know." So I mean, this is one situation, and it's not necessarily the most dangerous one. People are supporting this new law, like domestic violence groups and sexual health groups.
There's crazies out there. Crazies.
Because
you have a right to your address and your personal information.
Children and women have actually been hurt and killed because their location has been given to the abuser through the sale of the location to third parties. And that's all of the, those websites online when you go on, People Finder, these are the data brokers. These are the people that buy the information and then use it. And so if you're an abuser and you want to find your wife and children, and they've been using apps on their phone, and that information has now been sold and is accessible online, he can find you, or he or she can find them.
That's scary.
It's scary, and we need to know. I'm concerned about these things. It's creepy. It's creepy to know that when you make a purchase online, or even put in a search, say if you have a health issue and you put something in online.
That's another thing. Talk about health insurance, right?
Health insurance,
it's not their business.
They can find out that you have some condition. Or what can happen is they can steal your identity, but people have been targeting seniors because information like gender, age, health, sexual preference, that kind of thing, all of that information, because you're putting it into Facebook, it goes out. So if it's in the hands of the wrong person, they can do your harm.
Seniors become victims quite often. It's very
really
sad. And their intentions are good, but people take advantage of it. Very sad situation.
Right. So as I said, we do have a law in place, but the new law needs to be enacted. And so what I would tell people is contact their legislator and just encourage it. Just push it, because it will change the definitions. And then what you will have a right to do then is contact any company you like who you think may have your information and say, give me exactly what you have, what you have stored, who you have given it to, and what exactly that type of information is. Whereas currently we're limited with certain definitions, and it's more direct marketing like spam and email, things that go into our junk mail, and it doesn't include sensitive information like online search information and location, which is the big one in this one. This is the one that's just scared me. It's because I don't want anybody knowing where I am.
Right.
Just
I don't either.
Right. It's very scary.
Invasion of privacy, and it puts people at risk.
Privacy is the big thing.
What about when you're using like a MapQuest or a Google Finder, and you're trying to get somewhere and they want your location, and that's to serve a purpose? Can they sell that?
Yes. That's what's happening.
Unbelievable. Like, how do you not put in your location?
And not only can they sell it, you don't know who they're selling it to, and you don't know what purpose it's going to be used for.
That's
it's absolutely insane. Yeah, I know. There's a couple of stories that made the news because they were particularly sensitive. I know a couple of teenage boys were outed, I guess the right word is. They were gay, but their parents didn't know, and Facebook told their parents before they did, and these are the kinds of things that happen because you don't know how to use the privacy controls. It is, and so you need to be aware of how to use the privacy controls, but they're changing all of the time, and that's why we need laws like this to help us, because it's impossible on your own to figure out how to use these browser settings and privacy settings on these apps, and you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Thank you so much for breaking this down, and hopefully it'll get better and better for us, and we'll get more protection from, the big brother.
Sure, yeah.